Hey everybody, Justin here, and you're just in time for another video. Today I'm going to be going over the good and the bad of credit cards. Should you get one or should you not? Credit cards are extremely engraved into our society. The number of ads from these companies is insane. Why are credit cards pushed so hard? The main reason is profit, and I'm not talking about for you. So let's start off with the bad reasons for having a credit card. What it can do to your financial situation, how it can impact your life, and how it can hurt you in the long run. The first bad thing about credit cards is it can give you a false sense of security. Credit cards come with relatively high limits that make you feel you have that money for emergencies. For example, you may hold on to a credit card that has a limit of $10,000 just in case of an emergency. Instead of relying on that credit card and its high limit, save monthly and put money into savings that can cover those emergency costs. The next way credit cards can hurt your financial situation is due to their high interest rates. Interest rates for credit cards range anywhere from 15 to 25%, with an average of around 16% for most typical credit cards. Kind of crazy to think about how comfortable people are getting and using credit cards without being fearful of those insane interest rates. Once you get into credit card debt, it can be hard to get out. The interest rates make the hole hard to climb out of, just like Mario trying to get coins and get out of the whirlpool and not get eaten by the center. Don't let those high credit card interest rates take hold of your financial future. Remember, I've done videos in the past and will do them in the future on how we can grow our money, but hitting 16% on an investment is extremely difficult for growth. But it's super common that we'll have that high interest rate for credit cards. So be wary of those credit card interest rates and don't let them take a hold of your financial future. Instead, avoid hitting the interest rates and let's invest our money. Another major downside of credit cards is they can cause mental stress, especially when you get into debt.
Cause I have $30,000 in credit card debt.
When you're in debt with credit cards, it is, as I said, really hard to, climb over that hill, especially if you have several maxed out cards. That interest rate is going to make it really tough to finally get ahead. If you have student loans, a car payment, and you have credit card debt, which one do you pay off first? Obviously, we'd go for the highest interest rate credit card debt because that'll really slow your growth the most. Once you're free of that credit card debt, you'll have relief mentally, and it will really help you for the future. Another downside of having a credit card is if you miss making a monthly payment on that card, then it'll hurt your credit score. And if you have bad credit, it's going to make getting a home loan and any other type of business loan, any type of loan in the future, extremely difficult. Another little way that credit cards can hurt you is through their yearly fees. If you're not using a credit card and it's just sitting in your wallet being wasted, that yearly fee can kind of stockpile and add up over time. If you're not taking advantage of whatever rewards your credit card offers and you're not making more from those rewards than your annual fee, then it's hurting you financially as well. Be wary of credit cards that do have that yearly fee and make sure that we're taking care of them and not letting that money just slip away from us. According to this article, 46% of Americans pay their credit card off in full every month. That means they're not getting interest. But over half of the people that have a credit card are taking that 16% interest hit every month and not looking out for their financial future by getting rid of that debt and investing it somewhere else.
When they call, I tell them I can't pay it back yet. Credit card debt.
Alright, so now let's look on the bright side of credit cards. Credit cards can help you build credit. Getting a good credit score can help receive lower interest rates when getting loans, such as a mortgage loan, a car loan, any other type of personal loan. You'll be more likely accepted of getting that loan and at a lower interest rate than if you had bad credit. Another good thing about credit cards is you can take advantage of credit card churning. Credit card churning can bring in money, earn bonus rewards for just signing up and meeting the minimum requirements. For instance, a company may offer you $300 if you spend $1,000 in the first 3 months from opening that card. What they hope is you now think to spend an extra $1,000 on stuff more than you normally would and get charged interest. So do this the smart way and spend what you normally would in everyday life, like going grocery shopping, going out to eat, on a normal basis, right? So your food, gas, and any other everyday expenses that you are going to incur anyway, put those onto the credit card. And with that, you will hit the bonus and make money. And the great thing is you can open multiple credit cards and take advantage of multiple different reward systems from those credit cards. Now, one thing that I've noticed in the fine print is this. In the fine print, it says that you can't redeem the reward point if you've opened an account in the last 2 years. So think of this: if you have a big trip coming up and you want to earn some rewards points for flights, take this card out, take advantage, get those reward points, and then when you're done with it, go ahead and cancel that card. 2 to 3 years, you'll have another trip planned, and then you can take out the card again after that time has passed and then get those rewards once again. So that's another small way to take advantage of the same card rewards, and they may change over time, but take advantage of it while you can. Another great thing about credit cards is they give you a % cash back. What this means is everything that you spend on and you put on your credit card, they'll give you 1 to 2% cash back on your purchases. The one I'm currently using is the Freedom Unlimited card by Chase, and it gives me 1.5% cash back on everything I purchase. Another great card, another great option for you out there is the Citi Cashback card. Gives you up to 2% on everything you purchase. These are great options for you. Just make sure that you're doing it on your everyday spending or anything that you've saved up for large purchases. For instance, if you were purchasing something for $1,000 and you saved that money up, go ahead and use your credit card on that. You'll get 1.5% cash back on that $1,000 purchase. Therefore, it's a 1.5% discount essentially, because you can take that money and apply it to the statement credit. Just make sure we're not overspending to hit rewards. We're not overspending just because, oh, we get 1.5% back. 1.5% is not a lot by any means. That doesn't even keep up with inflation. So make sure you can take advantage of it, but you're smart while taking advantage of it. This next good point about credit cards is it helps spread out large purchases over 2 different months. If you are saving for a big purchase, let's say $500, you have $400 saved up, and the item you are saving for needs to be bought now rather than tomorrow or in the next 30 days because, they're going out of stock or it's a limited time item, then you can purchase it with a credit card right now. Even though you only have the $400 saved up, as long as your limit is over that $500 mark, you can utilize your credit card today to purchase that item for $500. So with your statement date in mind, know this, that when you do make that purchase, what's going to happen is it's not going to be due until the next billing cycle. So that'll give you anywhere from 2 to 4 weeks of playtime in order to get that other check that you're waiting for. Let's say you were waiting for a check that you knew was coming from your work next week, the following week, but you had to make that purchase 7 days earlier. You can utilize a credit card, make that purchase with your credit card. That following week you'll get your paycheck, and your overall balance for the credit card won't be due for another week or 2. And that's how we can utilize credit cards to kind of spread out large purchases over time. And after you get that check, then you'll have the $500 to go ahead and pay off that credit card. Plus you'll earn, 1 to 2% on that purchase as well. Just remember, doing this gives you access to the item a month early, and you earn 1 to 2% on that purchase, which is about $5 to $10 on a $500 purchase. Another good thing about credit cards is they have good protection in case someone were to get your credit card number. Credit card companies, you can give them a call, and generally, based on my experience, they've helped combat those fraud charges and given me my money back. A personal example I have is when me and my wife were planning our wedding, we found a videographer online that we were going to go with. And lo and behold, about a few weeks to a month for our wedding, actually, we come to the realization that that person was not real. If you pulled up their website again, we got a 404 error message online. It wouldn't pull up. We had no communication, but they took that money from us. I ended up calling the credit card company and talking with them and looking at the Better Business Bureau. A lot of the different reviews on that company were that it was a scam. So make sure before you even have to deal with this, that you're doing your due diligence on different companies and stuff, because the online scams, as we get more and more into the online universe, are getting better and better, so be wary of those for sure. Anyway, talking to the credit card company, they issued a full refund. Now, the funny thing about this one, usually it's good and done at that point. The scammer actually sent a rebuttal to the insurance company saying that they provided a service for us. However, we had easy transactions, receipts, and emails to prove that nothing was set up and nothing occurred, and we got nothing for the payment. So the credit card company went ahead and fought for us again and got us all of our money back. Now, the process did take a few weeks, so if you don't want to go through it, don't get scammed. But it's another great thing about credit cards, that it is that they will fight for you. You can combat fraud charges, and all the while, if this were a debit card and I was combating it, that money would have been pulled out of my checking account and gone. Whereas with the credit card company, it's on my statement balance, but I was fighting it, so I didn't have to lose that actual cash. All right, so that's the good and the bad of credit cards. So what's the answer? Should you get one or should you not? My answer is, it's up to you. This is personal finance. I personally use credit cards. I don't overuse credit cards, but I definitely take advantage of a lot of the different scenarios that credit cards present themselves. For instance, I'm going to have a video showing you how I did a budget-friendly family vacation and different methods and tips and tricks I utilized to help reduce the costs. One of those methods was utilizing credit cards and credit card churning. Check that video out, keep an eye out for it, and if it's already past the time I release the video, the link will be up here. If you like credit cards, if you don't like credit cards, let me know in the comments, and check out the next video I have coming out.
I don't have as cavalier an attitude toward my debt as the song suggests. I'm actually up most nights with severe panic attacks.